Hello friends, welcome to Unique Designers India. Today we are going to see a short video. It is a designing video. I am going to make a small motif of a rose flower. It is a bloomed rose flower with many petals, and the materials used for this are two shades of blue color sugar beads. This is dark blue and this is light blue, and I am also using sequins. These are called cup sequins, which means it is not flat one. It is a little bulgy on one side, and one other side it is a little deeper one. So this is called cup chumkis, and we are using these three materials to make this flower. And I've already made a video for this flower. It's just a designing, it's just a explaining video in which I have explained the flower, but I didn't make a video for the designing. So today I plan to make a tell you all how to do the flower with this. Let me explain the motif here. This is the flower motif. It is a rose motif, and it has many petals around it. Each layer is one petal, and we are going to make a shaded design in this. Let me tell you how to start. Now I am using RE needle number 23 and a normal sewing thread for the work. This is RE needle number 23, brand is Tulip brand. For this type of flower, we have to remember that we have to start the work from the outer petal, not from the inner one. We have to start from the outer side. So first let me start from this. This is the our last petal of the flower. So I am starting it here. First one sequin. Next one light shade bead and two in the dark shade. Can make a long stitch here and complete it, then one short stitch here, and again go back to the end of the petal, one more short stitch, then again a sequin. Now I am taking two beads of the light shade and again two beads in the dark shade. Bring it here, make a stitch and another short stitch, and again go back to the end of the petal, another short stitch. Now the size of the petal, that is the breadth of this petal, is becoming bigger, so we have to increase the count of the beads. Now I am taking 3 beads in light shade and 2 beads in dark shade. If you stitch all the 5 beads together like this, when you remove the frame it will become looser, so you have to make a stitch for these 2 beads first. Make a stitch here and then stitch the remaining 3 beads. Similarly, you have to complete the whole petal. Let me complete and then show. Now the first petal is fully completed, and the edge of the flower petal is filled with sequins, and inside we have made shading of beads. Now for the next petal, we have to start in this place. The next petal outline is here. It starts here and goes like this, and so we are going to start the stitches also in this place. Same like the previous petal. First will be a sequin. Next one light shade, then 2 dark shades, and make it like this. There should not be any space in between the sequin and the bead. Only if it is fully covered it will give a perfect look. Now going to the next line. You can even draw lines like this so that you can do it perfectly without any confusion, because the petals are like arranged randomly. So you have to, if you draw lines like this, it will be easier for you to manage the work. It will go like this. So we have to complete this whole petal like the previous one. Again a long stitch, a sequin. Do the same like what we did in this petal. And you can change the number of beads according to the size of the petal, because we have not drawn it in the exact shape, like not only round shape, not sharp shapes. It is like random petals, so you have to arrange the beads accordingly. You can change the size of the number of the beads according to the place where you are going to do the work. Now we have completed the first layer of petals, that is the outer layer is complete, and we are going to start with the inner layer, that is the second inner layer of the petals. So for that also you have to start here, same like we did in the previous one. Start with the sequin and light shade and dark shades of beads. These first few lines will be same like the previous one. When you come to this place, like where it has to overlap the first petal, I'll show you again when I do this place. Now we have come to the exact place where the second layer overlaps the first layer. So we have to make a stitch little closer to the first layer. Let it be very close so that it will give an effect like the second layer is overlapping on the first layer. See, the sequin should come above the beads in the first layer. Now again we have to do the same thing like the dark color and light color shading, which means there should not be any space in between the first layer and second layer. In the same way we have to complete this whole petal. And for these petals also we have to do the same method, like it should overlap, this chunky line should overlap on this first layer. Let me complete the whole thing and show. Now we have completed almost all the petals, and this is like the center portion of the flower, and so I am starting here. We can just follow the lines which I have drawn here. These lines will start from here and end in this point, and we have to make one long line and then again the lines radiating this side. So let me show the work now. 3 light shades and 3 in dark shade. And I'll give you one more suggestion. You can use a bigger size of sequin to get more beautiful effect. I have done with the materials which I have now in hand. If we have had the shops, I would have bought some bigger chumkies, but this is what I have, and so just I tried with this. You can even use plate chumkies. It will give a more beautiful effect so that we can see the gold glittering effect little more brighter. In this design the glittering effect is little lesser. The same way we have to complete all these lines, and then again we have to turn this side and the chunkies will come on this side. Now we have completed the whole flower. It looks like a bloomed rose with shadings and dark color and light color petals all over. And now we are going to complete the leaf portions. I have drawn 2 types of leaves. These 2 are the normal leaves, and this is the rose leaf with curves and sharp edges. We have drawn this leaf, and this is a normal leaf. For this leaf we are going to do it with buttonhole stitch, that is the normal leaf stitch. Take the thread from the middle of the leaf and to the top, bring it reverse, and again make a small stitch, then onto the side. In the same way we have to complete one side of the leaf, and after completing this side we can go to this next side. Whenever I do such types of thread work, I used to do the thread work first and then go to the outline. But if you feel like you can't get the perfect shape if you do the thread work first, you can finish the outline first and then come to the filling part. If you do so, you may get a space in between the outline and the end of the stitch. That is, here you may get a space if you first finish the outline. In that case, you can again make a small line of chain stitch here. Now let me complete all the 4 leaves with this stitch and then show you the next work here. When you complete one side, you have to make a knot at the end and then go to the next side. One side is complete. You can make a knot here. And now start with the other side. See to it that there is no space in between the stitches. Only then it will give a finished look. Now we have completed all the green color leaves, and I am going to fill this rose leaf with only zari, golden zari, and I am going to use the simple chain stitch work. I am going to fill the whole leaf with straight lines of chain stitch. So we can start here and again turn. You have to just make closer chain stitches. There should not be any space in between the lines. And again reverse. This will give a beautiful shining effect to the leaf. While we do this way, you can get a shading of gold also. It comes naturally, the shade comes naturally. Many of my subscribers have asked like how to make very close stitches. They feel like there's a space always in between the lines, but only if you have any maximum amount of practice, you can do this type of works. There's no any special trick or tips in making closer chain stitches. Just practice makes you perfect. Same way you have to complete the whole leaf. Now the whole motif is complete. In between the green color leaf, I have given a single line of sugar bead, golden color sugar bead, and for this combo design also I have used golden color sugar beads. And for this golden color leaf, that is the chain stitch leaf, I have given an outline of green color thread so that it gives a beautiful contrast combination. And hope you have all got a good idea from this pattern. And when you do the work, you better choose a bigger chunky. Only then the outline will be little more brighter. And you can use even golden color beads. 2 shades of gold beads also can be used for this flower. And hope you all enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Bye.